Hi all, welcome to this online data science bootcamp. Right, I'm sure like you all are excited about it to start your career in data science, and let this be the stepping stone for your success throughout. So we are going to see that what we are going to work over the next few months continuously, and then like we are going to understand that how we can become a data scientist or data analyst or any kind of work that we are going to do related to data, right? How we are going to work around data. Now, this boot camp is organized by Alma Matter, and these are the following links. You can always go on to these links, like to like, share, subscribe all our channels. Right, YouTube channel is there where you can actually go and watch some of our recordings, which will be there, and all these videos will also be recorded and published out there. You can go there. We have an application. Don't forget to download the application, as you all of you have been already told about this, how to download the application. This application will also give you access to discuss with your instructors and teachers, so that anytime you have any kind of questions, queries, you just need to directly message them, and they will take it ahead from there. Website, right, couple of websites, amsparks.com and almamater.co.in. AMSPARKS.com is the website you need to go. You need to log in on to your student account. Once you log in onto your student account, you will have access to this course, right? All you need to do is follow the instruction thereon. We will give you more details in a short while. Now, as I told you earlier, this entire bootcamp has been organized by Alma Mater, and Alma Mater is a company which was established in 2004, and a lot of trainings being conducted overall, and data science is one of the new entries to our course list that we have been taking care of over the period of time. Now, since 2004, a lot of changes in the training have happened, the way people have been trained. But one thing that has never changed is an interaction and a question answer session that happens between an instructor, a participant, or a teacher and a student. It's never changed. So as long as like you are able to have questions, you're perfectly on the learning path, right? Uh, have the curiosity to learn a lot and ask questions. The more questions you will ask, you should be able to get it through. Now, going ahead, we all know that like Sparks is the program that we launched a few years back, which was to support program. I mean, which is called a support program aimed at raising knowledge and skill. And here, what we do is we pick up a lot of different skills, like the data science, of course, right, to enhance people's knowledge. Anybody who wants to learn something new, right, this is the platform that we have created from our side to help all of them. We all know what happens in the internet. Now, just for a recap, right, every minute there is this data being collected. So in today's session, we are all going to understand that how we are going to enter into this world of, right, massive world of data, right, where every single second there is data being added, and we all are into this phase of just, right, being overloaded with data, just not knowing what to do with all the data that is getting collected. Someone rightly said, right, data is the new oil, right? And every time, right, we need to do something, we need data. And just all these places has been just collecting data. And what they are doing is based on collection of these data, they are just taking it ahead, analyzing them, working on them, and coming up with predictions. No, we all this process we will know shortly how things happen. But as far as this boot camp is concerned, right, what is going to happen? Uh, Today, we are going to discuss about the curriculum roadmap, that the entire 6 months, right? What are we going to do with, right? As a student, what are your responsibility? Who are your instructors, support team that is available, and the computer prerequisites that we have, right? What works, what doesn't work, we'll see that. Uh, Expectations from you as the student, what we are going to do, and what is expected out of you will be spoken about. I'll inform you about a few code of conducts that we expect from you, and what are the requirements to graduate from this program. We will talk about some project-based questions. We'll talk about some block questions that again are the requirement for your completion of your graduation. Communication and contact information that can happen, and how to get started about this entire program. What you need to do next will be the time. And we'll also give you the information on about the AMSPARKS LMS, that's the learning management system that we have, and how it is going to help you, how we are going to update you. All those things can be there within the LMS. We'll just give you the overview of the LMS, and then like as and when like we have any kind of changes, anything that you are feeling, any glitches that comes up, right, and you want to get it solved, we will be there to solve it and help you out. And finally, we are going to talk about Google and other search where you can find more and more information, because uh, the industry as such is such a huge industry that it's practically not possible to learn it in 6 months, right? And that too, if you are right putting down a lot of efforts, even then. So it's like every day there is going to be new learning that you will have to go through. Every day there is going to be something additional that is going to come up all the time. You just need to be right on top of it. You just need to be getting it done all the time. Like you need to go search what is the solution. New software being launched for data purposes all the time, right? And every company will have a different way of reading data. So all those things, like we will teach you how to search also, how to do your research, how to do your analysis, how to do everything related to data. We will give you an overview, and it's your efforts that are going to take care of things. Coming to your curriculum learning path and roadmap that we are going to work on, we will be talking about Python basics in the next 6 months time, statistics and probability in data science, how it works, how data science works with Python. That will be the next agenda into the path. Scientific computing and quantitative methods that are used by different companies, will also be spoken about here. We are going to talk about machine learning, deep learning, and finally, we will require you to submit a capstone project where whatever you have learned over the period of last 6 months, right, you will have to showcase as a present or in a presentation and as a project. That now all these project, right, are going to get you inside inside the corporate world. So based on these projects, a lot of companies are going to assess you, and you will be questioned with regards to your projects, right, as a entry to your data science career. Some of you have already started learning something. Some of you have started working on things, but then yes, this entire boot camp will take you over according to your pace of understanding. And then at the end, we will tell you how to present your capstone project. Coming back, the schedule for the next 6 months, how it is going to be is the first month end, right? First month, we will talk about some data cleaning, Python project, some basics that will be involved. And there will be a mini project that will be given to you. And that will be about how to clean the data. Now, this is one of the most important thing that anybody does with the data, because data is not going to come to you, right, in a very clean fashion. Things will be missed, things will be added, there will be in different ways. All the data comes to you. The first thing that happens with collecting data, once you have collected the data, right, cleaning. So we will have a mini project for which you will, right, work on. You will do it on your own and have all the questions that is there, discuss with us what you have done, and then submit your project. Now, this mini project, along with that, we expect you to write one blog post. Now, this blog post has to showcase your entry into the data science world, what you feel. You can select a topic. It can be, right, it can be possible. Data cleaning also, how to do data cleaning, something like that. You decide the blog post, you write. Understand that it's all about sharing your knowledge, because there would be open sources that will be available to you where you will learn something new. So every day there are new people coming into this world of data science. In fact, every single moment, all that is required is you just need to get started with explaining people what you have learned and what is your thought process. So blog post is one of the ways where you explain your thought process. So that will be the first month end that you will be presenting yourself. Second month to fifth month, there will be 4 projects that you will have to submit. Of course, all these projects, everything will be explained, what are the project requirements and all during that. 4 more blog posts with regards to, if it is close to what you have done as the project, it will be great. And otherwise, you can always select a different topic that you want to explain. All these blog posts are supposed to be related to the data science world. That is one thing that is expected out of you, and these you need to submit. Plus, within this 4 months time, we expect you to give 2 video logs. Now, what that will be is you will pick up a topic that you have learned, and you will present it. You will present it as a webinar, or you will present it as what you have learned and how others can learn the same thing. So whatever you have learned, you're sharing it through the video, and this video will explain people how to do that particular step, or how to work around. It might be as simple as like how to work with Jupyter Notebook. It can be as simple as what are the Python basics. It can be a machine learning thing, algorithm. There are a lot of topics that you will come across, and you have to pick up one of those topics that you really like to do and you will really like to pass on, and it's going to be useful for others. Now, uh, the first project, the main project, will be a generic project. Now, in this, what is going to happen is that you are supposed to pick up a company. Now, what the company is it's a huge corporation or a huge company where they are getting into a new sector by itself. For example, let's say we have an industrial company, which is maybe something new. Which can anybody give me a name of a company? Any company, any big company?
Mahindra.
Mahindra. Okay. So let's say Mahindra and Mahindra wants to get into education industry. Now Mahindra, we know that, okay, they are big time into tractors, right? Or for that matter, Mahindra and Mahindra wants to get into filmmaking. Now Mahindra and Mahindra is not really related to filmmaking, or they want to create something like Netflix. Okay, so they want to create something like Netflix, or they want to create something which is related to. So you have to come up with a case where a company wants to get into a sector but really does not have any knowledge about that sector. So what you have been told, so Mahindra and Mahindra has come to you and told you, you and your team, of course, they've come, they want to know what they should be doing. So you're supposed to research that industry, collect the data, do the analysis, and give them a presentation, what they should be doing. So based on the data, you're going to give the results. So there will be a lot of thinking that you will be required to be doing. And there will be a lot of discussions that you will be required to be doing. So, I mean, you need to up your game. So you need to put, there will be a lot of efforts, but then all these efforts are going to be really fun because it's so exciting that okay, you're collecting something new that is happening every day. You're going to learn something new that will be an added advantage to learn this product. We will be covering a project which will be based on linear regression, time series, then neuro-linguistic program, not neuro-linguistic program, it will be natural language processing, when it comes to data science, it's natural language processing. I'm always, for me, NLP has been neuro-linguistic programming for a long time. So that's the reason, that error. But then, yeah, we are going to cover neuro-linguistic programming with this, in this program as well, in this bootcamp as well. So not to worry about it. We will have the great comparison and get things done, how we can improve ourselves. We are going to do deep learning, and based on all this, you can select a project. The first project is generic, so that is mandatory. And out of the other 4, you can select any 3, or you can always go with 4. If there is an extra project, nothing is going to be harmed. It's only going to enhance your skills. So that will be there. And month end, sixth month end, right? What is expected is like you come up with a project, right, which is going to be your learning all throughout, right, end to end, right from the beginning, whatever you have learned, whatever, based on that, you have to come up with a project wherein, right, you do everything, right from collecting the data, right, till the execution of the data and presenting and finalizing meetings and all the other requirements that are. Now, with this capstone project, you will also submit your blog post and blog. Now, so considering all this, you're going to work on, so first month, there will be a mini project, second to fifth month, there will be 4 projects, and 6 months, there will be one more, 6th month. So there are overall going to be 4 projects, 1 main capstone project and 1 mini project that you will have to cover up. Now, this plus the blog post that you will have to submit and the blog in at the end of the 6th month for the capstone project. And after you submit all this, all the reviews has been done by us, right? You will be provided with the certification, and we will begin your career search, right? So that is one part. Now, the instructors and the support team, right? I will be there, Kishore Shankar Narayan, Pratyay Ranjan Das, who is a right professor with statistics. He will be there to help us with all of the data science. Right? Bhuvaneshwari madam will be there, and we have Vignesh sir who will be there to help us. So, I mean, are you able to see the name? The stop share screen is covering the name for Vignesh. But yes, so as far as the technical support is concerned, we are there to support you all the time. So what will be the best thing is like pick up one of the courses on the platform so that you can directly chat with one of us anytime you want. So if you have specific questions about statistics, Pratyay sir will be there to help you out. And if you have any specific questions with regards to Python or right, Bhuvaneshwari madam will be there. Machine learning algorithms, right? We have Vignesh sir who is there. And overview, you want anything overall, right? I'll be there to have the support system. So we will have your schedule this done. So every week, right, Saturday and Sunday, we are going to meet for this program. So there will be overview, discussions will be there during this too, right? We will introduce you to few part of the boot camp, and then like you will have to go through it throughout the week and then come back next week. So all this is there, but daily practice is absolutely necessary. Discussion on regular basis, whenever you have any questions, queries, free, you have to ask questions. That is one thing. Now, if you see, it's going to be a journey which is going to be ups and downs. So even till now, right, I can understand that you are all are feeling that, oh, so many things to be done in the 6 months time. Yes, so there is going to be a very strong emotional journey where you will be able to start your project, you will not be able to complete your project, you will come there with queries. One code you will run and the second code might not run with your system, right? There will be some error where you have had an additional indent, and because of that the system is not working or the code is throwing error. So all these things are going to be there, so which might bring you down. And there might be some code that you have just worked on and it just gave you the result immediately. So there will be ups. So it's going to be a journey, a real roller coaster ride in the next 6 months time. And it requires a lot of hard work and smart work. And what we are going to do is we are going to cover it up and help you out with neuro-linguistic programming, where your brains will function, will be able to adapt to every change comfortably. You will be able to manage everything smoothly, right? All the efforts will go smoothly once you know neuro-linguistic programming. So that will be one additional aspect that we will be covering within the next 6 months time, and we will be helping you out right with this throughout the program. Now, the computer prerequisites. Smartphones, there are flip phones, there are Chromebooks, there are tablets, there are Game Boys, right? Nintendo Switches, there are Rokus, right? There are Arduinos, and there are so many other devices, correct? So just you need to just, can you all make a list of all this and order it from one of the online portals so that it can just come down to your place, okay? Buy a smartphone, buy a flip phone, Chromebook, tablet, including iPads. So, right, just have all these devices, because all these devices will give you data, correct? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So, when are you going to order all this? Oh yeah, I can hear. So, for all this, if you are going to work in data science on your smartphones, you're going to work on your flip phones, Chromebook, it's absolutely not going to work. So don't worry about all the above, because these are the things which right, data science does not work on these. These are only to collect data, right? And you can't even pull the data from whatever data comes in, right? And you have to have a system for it. So what is an ideal system that you'll need? You'll need a computer, a laptop, or a desktop. It should be a recent one, preferably in the last year itself, but like 3-4 years is absolutely fine. The versions, either you can have a Mac or Windows or Linux, whichever is comfortable for you, but then ensure that it is within the last 3-4 years you have got it. And ideally it should have an 8 GB of RAM, but 4 GB of RAM also works. And at least 20 GB of free hard drive space. Okay, so if you do not have a laptop or a desktop of this configuration, please arrange one, because this is what you're going to be having in the next 6 months time. And later on, when the companies hire you, they provide you the system. So that should not be a problem. But then as of now, right, this will be the requirement, because you're going to work on a lot of data, especially when it comes to deep learning and right, machine learning, right? You would require a good amount of speed and space. That will be there. If you want, please take a screenshot of this. We will be providing you all this, but like you can still take a screenshot of this. Fair enough? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So what is expected out of you? First, right, you need to learn happily for 20 hours a week. That's very important, because every day, like if you put some efforts, right, over the week, you will be enjoying yourself with learning. Ideally, right, 2 to 3 hours every day if you put, right, just learning about this during the weekend, right, you should be good to go with. You can always load yourself during the weekend, right, to get things done, because if you're going to get time only during weekends, that's one thing. Put an hour of effort every day, right, that makes 5 hours. So another 15 hours during the weekend, that is fine as well. But then if you are doing 1.5 hours or 2 hours a day, right, that takes half of your load during the week and the other half you can take during the weekend. Fast learners, yes, it takes less amount of time. You can quickly learn. Slow learners, it might take a bit of extra, or approximately 20 hours should do good for slow learners. So, but then the practice is more important. Whatever you learned, you start implementing and practicing, you're doing your research, all this. Regularly question. Don't worry about questioning, because we are there to answer the questions. And there will be questions which even we would not know. So we will be guiding you how to get that answer, and we will be finding the answer and giving it to you as well. So it's because it's such a huge thing to do. Even 15 years and 20 years of experience within data science is not going to fulfill all the questions to be answered. So something new will be there and you'll have to research and come back, right? Be respectful to others. That's very important. And it's all going to be teamwork, because even when you can't get into a company, right, it's going to be all collaborative. You have to go talk to them, collect data, you have to talk to people. You have to give data, you have to talk to people. You have to understand the data, you have to talk to people. So communication and yes, of course, like if you're lacking in communication, the other courses are also there to enhance your communication skills. So don't worry about all those. But yes, you need to be respectful to the others. There is no second thought on that. And team person, how to be a team person. If you have any questions, we do have a support team for that also all the time. You create a positive environment at all times. There is no second thought on that. We might be going through a lot of stress factor. That's absolutely fine. But whatever begins ends. That's the same case with COVID as well. If it has begun, it will end. So all the new changes that are going to come, same way it is going to end. If you have started this course, you're going to end this course. So be positive all the time, because that's a cycle that's always there. A very important part is you need to participate actively and enthusiastically. You can't be just like, okay, sitting and wondering what's happening around. No, you will wonder only when you're not practicing. So that is very clear on thing. So when you're practicing, when you're doing your research, everything will be smooth and perfect. So just ensure that this is working properly, right? You participate active, ask questions, as many questions as you have, as even if it is the smallest thing, don't worry about it. This entire program of data science, or entire world of data science, is all about research and practice. You research, you practice, you research, you practice, you research, practice. Even while you're working on a project, or even while you're working with a company, even if you're in job, even if you're in business, even if you want to do anything related to data, it's all going to be research and practice all throughout. It's never going to be a time like where you're right stagnant with things. Like there will be something new that is going to come. It can be as simple as, right, how you're going to, right, whatever you have learned, how you're going to deploy it into a new software. because the software is going to be a new software, it will have its own questions to be answered. So all new codes, everything. So do not shy away from asking for help, and absolutely do not shy away from supporting others, because it's very important you support others, because there might be people who do not really understand a thing and you might know something more than them. Help them, because you would require help by somebody, to be helped by somebody. So that will be there. So please take care of that. That is the expectation. I hope all these are clear. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So please go through all this. And to graduate, that means like at the end of your program, how would you really get into the new beginning of your career with ending this boot camp? So it's never going to end, but then it's going to come at a stage like where you will be completing this course, and you will be provided with certificate. But when you will be provided with certificate, when you have completed all the 5 projects in the sequence that we have told you. That means every month when you're given the project, complete the project and submit it. The sequence will be told so that it registers in your mind comfortably. So you need to publish all the 6 blogs. So write blogs, submit it, and public. It can be any medium, that we'll talk about it in some time. Complete all the 3 video logs. So you have to pick up 3 topics at least, which you will be presenting, and we will even support you to present it on a webinar. So that will be there. So you will be conducting the entire webinar, or you will be conducting this course, or plainly recording your understanding as a course and putting it through on the open platform, so that people can see what you have learned and what you can teach, or what you can pass on or share. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here is this is like, once you complete all this, you will be provided with the certificate, and there you go. And for portfolio projects and blogs, remember, you put your best foot forward, because this is where you're going to create your credibility. No certificate in the world is going to give you directly a job or a project. It's just like, okay, it just indicates that like you have learned something. Okay, so your own work is going to get you the projects or the work, or when you say any kind of jobs or businesses that you want to start, it is going to be based on what you have worked on and what you have showcased. So any project you are working on, put your best foot forward. Start creating your credentials right from now. If you're talking about having a good LinkedIn profile, or having a portfolio web page for yourself, go start creating, start building on one by one, start researching how people project themselves. So put your best foot forward and start creating your credentials. That's one thing. You will have to pass the technical assessment by explaining the codes that you're going to use within your project. And you have to be clear with all the associated WH frame questions. So as to what, when, why, how, all those questions need to be answered with regards to the projects. Like, what are the codes about? How the code is working? things like that. So you can always answer how the code is working. I really don't know, but it is working. So, but then yes, you will have to do your research and find out also. If you're able to find out, that's fine. If you're not able to find out, right, a reasonable answer will be okay for when it comes to how it works, right? You can always say it works magic, but then please do that. Do research on that. Uh, every time there is a project that is being given to you, you will be given an additional 2 weeks. So for example, right, during the month end, like you are supposed to submit the project. So you will be given a 2 weeks extra. So the mid of next month, you will be allowed to, right, submit your project before that. So if deadline is today, 15 days from now, that is 2 weeks from now, you're allowed to submit your project, right, and showcase your project. So that will be there. And for non-technical presentation, so every time there is going to be two things. One is a technical aspect of what you have learned, and the second one is a non-technical presentation where you are going to present your project or your thought process similar to this, like creating a PowerPoint presentation and working on it and presenting it. This presentation is not going to be more than, right, 5 to 8 minutes. It's like it has to have the slot because people up there do not have so much time to listen to your projects. So you will have to be short, right, crisp and very clear on what is the project all about and present it. One advantage, because it is going to be short, you you can be quick and you can be working on all your data, give an overview of what you have worked on in the non-technical side, right? Uh, the feedback that you will be given to, right? If it is good, great. If it is bad, don't worry about it. It's to improve you, not to, right, show you down or something. Nobody is interested in showing you down, right? It's just like to help you improve. We all are going to be focused, right, into getting you clear this entire process. So every effort that you will be putting to get through the uh, right, the course, we will also be putting, right, similar or maybe greater efforts to, right, help you out. So take all the feedbacks on stride and just go ahead with it. For blogging, right, use any blogging platform. You can use something like Medium, right, or bloggers, or any blogging platform that you do it. And once you have published your blogs there, you provide a Word file in the, right, to us, and we will be recording it onto the Alma Mater blog sites as well, the sections where we have all the blogs. So obviously you will be credited for it. So that is one thing that you can take care of. So all the blogs, it will show you how you are understanding things and how you are able to present it. That's very important. So getting started, what we need to do. But before that, all the contact informations which we have provided to you, ensure that like you just go to, right, contact any of the instructors that you want through the application. If you're don't forget to download your application on the mobile also, because that will be easier for you to communicate. You can use right, the company on the site itself. You can message whenever you are there. You can go to your dashboard. Once you have logged in as the student, you will be provided a dashboard, and from the dashboard itself, you can start communicating. So there are a lot of ways that you can communicate with us, preferably through the system itself. If you are able to communicate, it will be great, because it will have a sequence of your thing that you are going to work on. And once you have the question, there will be discussions, and the same questions you might want to revisit later on. So instead of using different mediums to communicate, preferably, right, ask your questions when it comes to us, ask your questions within your system. So within the LMS platform, and in your dashboard, there is the messaging section that you can message us and find out, and you will be replied. Your one-on-one schedule, every week, whenever you are available, right? Have a fixed schedule for your, like, for example, if you are going to be free every Thursday evening, 8 o'clock for your one-on-one, right? Fix and keep it so that every Thursday it's going to be the one-on-one with you. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be the session. So every week, one-on-one is fixed, and right, you discuss with us individually on what's happening with your projects and what's happening with your course, where are you, what are you doing, all this scheduling is there. So it's a fixed schedule that you will be working on throughout. uh, yes, there will be some kind of flexibility allowed, right? Some weeks you might not be available, but then the other weeks you are available, I mean, according to the timing. So ensure that you have one time that you have decided when you will be free, and talk to us and fix your schedule. That is very important. uh, Continuously check your material. So to do that, start today your research work, and let's see what is there for the first 8 weeks. So let's take it that way. Please take the screenshot of this. This will be also available on your dashboard, but then, yeah, let's start. So the first thing, before coming to the session tomorrow, right? These are the dates, right? So today, 8th of January, 2022, we are working on this. All this introduction, batch introduction, and all your weekly schedules are starting. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about environment setup. Right, we will be talking about Anaconda. We will be talking about Jupyter Notebook, Colab, PyCharm, Spider, and Git. Right. So before tomorrow, if you're able to, right, do some basic research on all this, great. Right, though it is not mandatory, it will be great that you have done some research, so that it will help you to question and understand it better. And then next Saturday, we are going to talk, that's 15th of January, we are going to talk about blogging and Python basics, right? How you create blogs, what you do. And then on Sunday, 16th, we are going to talk about control flow functions and statistics. That will be told to you. And all these materials will be available to you on the right site itself, like within your learning platform. These materials will be available, so you go through them before, right, getting onto the class. It will help you a lot. And is it mandatory to do that? No, it is not mandatory, but then it is going to help you ask questions. So preparing before coming down to the class, because when we are, for example, when we are going to explain you about Python libraries, so, right, we are going to explain about NumPy and Pandas, how they work and what are the codes that work, how to use them. But then if you have done some research or some studies or some reading before coming down to that session, it will help you ask questions. And if you have done some practice, it will help you to know that if you got stuck somewhere, what is the solution for that, you know? And then we are going to talk about data cleaning part in Pandas, and we'll get on to the mini project. So that is the first month schedule. The second month, we are going to go similarly for data visualization, SQL, and relational databases. We're going to talk about other databases which are available, JSON, how it works, right? APIs, how it works and what are they, how to collect data from different sources. We are going to talk about web scraping, right? How to pull data from all the kind of websites, right? Which allow you to scrap their website. So scraping is one of the things that is there. And then like you're going to get into your first project as discussed earlier. As I mentioned to you earlier, this is the project. And finally, in the month end of February, right, you're going to do your presentation and review. Okay, so on 26, you're going to give the presentation, right? And 27th, we will review your presentation and things. Similarly, like your non-technical presentations will be during your one-on-one that we discussed earlier, right? So individually, we are going to discuss your project. So to help you out properly, to take it, you have to take us through the project, and we will tell you what are the changes that needs to be done. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So be right. See, the most important thing in the next 6 months, right? What I have a feeling is, right, how you're able to, right, time it properly, because all this is, right, is a never-ending learning process. Any topic you take, right, as simple as a blogging, right? Things that we are going to cover in half an hour and 1 hour explaining you things has a career by itself. Blogging is a career by itself. So imagine how much you can learn on the single topic. So these are the essential things that we are going to discuss in the next 6 months time, but it will all be about your practice and your presentation of your skill sets. Whatever you're going to learn, how you're going to present is what going to matter. So take that into consideration. And we have the LMS platform. So you download the app for your discussions and all. Your student dashboard will give you, right, whatever the courses that you have taken, what are the progress, all those details will be there. Once you download, find out, right, all of us on the course list, start chatting, telling hi at least, so that we can respond to you and the discussion can start it. Check all the other courses which are available. You never know which course is going to be applicable for you, right, to learn something different. It might be related to data science, it might not be related to data science, it might be related to something different. Check all the courses, right? Take them up, work on it, so that like it's all about improving yourself on day-to-day basis. The dates of the project, add it to your calendar. So all the projects are going to be dated, presented and worked on during the last weekend. Okay, so just ensure that the last weekend of the month you are ready with everything. So you begin thinking about the project even now. For example, when you're talking about the first project, you start thinking about the project today, thinking about a case today. like we spoke, Mahindra wants to get into, right, a video library thing, right? Want to become like Hotstar, or it want some company which has never been into thing for a, somebody wants to start manufacturing mobiles, right? But they are into movie making. You never know, so you have to find a case based on what is your interest, what you have learned over the period of few years, right? Pick up, start thinking about it, so that by the time, like when the project comes in, you will have a fair idea. So start thinking in that line even during your course throughout. So get that thing straight. Get your dates clear, and start now reading and doing your research. That will help you to take it to the next level. So finally, we are going to talk about Google and other places where you can find things, all this related to data, right? These are only a handful of them. There are thousands of sites, right, which will help thousands of, I mean, there is no count of the number of videos that are available, right? It's all the support that is available, right? Please go through that. It's all like the efforts that is going to go is going to be tremendous. So your daily habit is going to be the key. If you have a fixed schedule of daily sitting for data science studies at 7 p.m., sit. 7 p.m. is the time where you don't need any disturbance from anybody. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Or if it is going to be in the morning, right? 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Don't worry about the timing. Fix the schedule, stick to that schedule. And if you stick to that schedule, I can ensure that by the end of 6 months, you will be a specialist in everything that you are doing as the research. Google can answer everything, but there are certain things, right? You need to go to specific places. Stack Overflow is the place where you can start discussing and getting answers, right? Find out more about it. You do your python.org. It gives you a lot of information on Python, gives you clarity on all the documentations, what are the codes that needs to run, right? Just go ahead and start working on that. What are they? How are they? Uh, there are so many blogs that are written earlier. Uh, One of the places, medium.com. Just go there and write. There is something called as towards data science, right? Things like that. If you are looking for a specific topic, Google specific that topic, and it will give you blogs. Read them, right? Kaggle is one of the place. HackerRank is, and there are many more. So these are the places where you will be having things done. So just get through, go according to, right, whatever is your need of the day, search it, right? If you are not able to find out, take the help of others to search also. So you don't only search about that particular thing, what you're looking for. For example, there might be one of the algorithms that you're searching for. It might be about decision tree. It might be about any algorithms that you're working on. You need to find out. So if you're not able to find out, ask help. We will be able to find out. Right, your system might show something different result than what our system shows, because we are all into different locations, right? Your other students who are there, right? You can always discuss there what's happening, what is not, and what they have learned, and what is the addition that can. You guys can fix a time together, let us know, and then like you guys can do a group study also. So even those things are allowed, and we will help you out to create group study schedules as well. So to do this research, all the information is available. Go through it. Questioning is the most important thing. Practice is the next important. I mean, it's parallelly, it goes together, in fact, questioning and practicing. So learn, practice, question, learn, practice, question, learn, practice, question should be your schedule for everything throughout the next 6 months time. So that will be there. And welcome to the data science world. Let's see if you have any questions to be answered now. Okay, so I'm concluding this presentation as of now, and we'll continue with your question answer session. Thank you for listening and going through this orientation so patiently, right? Happy learning.